and welcome back to another great episode. It's actually our episode number 7070, where we are talking about passion, love, and everything what you are ready to hear. And if this is the first time you are tuning in, hello, and welcome to Passion Unscripted episode, where we talk about why is it important to know ourselves and the intimacy, why intimacy is even important in our life. And my name is Irina Portnova. I'm all about manifestation. How do we manifest self-love? How do we manifest that great relationship for ourselves and for our partners? And I'm here today with amazing Dina Alexander. Dina, tell a little bit about yourself and what you
Hi,
are doing.
hi everybody. Hi Irina, love you so much. It's fun day, it's Monday. Like always, I love this day. My name is Dina Alexander. I am your sacred sexual awareness coach, and the name says it all. I do marry spirituality with sex. It's important because we are not animals, we are humans, and we should take sex to the next level, and it can be used for creating whatever you want, healing, manifesting, and whatever you want, you can use that sexual energy.
I love it. And I love our conversation today because not so many people know about it, right? So today we want to focus on women. And next time, man, do not feel that we ignore you. Next episode is going to be all about male archetype. So today we are talking about the female archetype, and a lot of people might not even know what this is all about. So basically, we are all divided into four archetypes. And as we are sharing today, you might hear that you might belong to one archetype, maybe to even more than one. Because before we got on this episode, I was telling Dina, okay, Dina, since you are alpha, let's just share about your archetype, and I'll share because I'm a Sigma. And Dina is like, I'm not sure which ones I am because, again, they can intertwine and they can be this and that. Again, there is no exclusivity, but I feel connected more to Sigma type. And what are these four types all about? This is our conversation. We give you the examples, we give you the characteristics of each archetype, and just for you to be more wondering what exactly is my type and how you connect better in order to carry your energy more in this world. All right, Dina, let's start with alpha. And everybody knows the word alpha, right? Whether this is about male, I think they use it more with male than female. But again, it's the same type for whether you are a woman or a man. So let's dive into alpha characteristics.
Yes, before we go over there, Irina, I want to say, and maybe you said it already, but it's good for all women to know. Not all women lead, not all women love or express the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Some take charge and some don't.
Mm-hmm.
Some support with quiet grace. Some crave their own path entirely. And some are deep in the midst of becoming, shedding old skin, rising through transformation. So that's why I started by telling you this fourth archetype is like all in me, and I use them when it's needed, when I feel like this archetype is needed now. Okay, and it fluently automatically. Okay, so let's start with alpha. She leads, she initiates, she is magnetic, she is confident, driven, a force of nature. Okay, in a relationship, she may take the lead or challenge her partner to rise. In business, she is the CEO, the innovator, the visionary. But her struggle is allowing softness, receiving, letting
Mm-hmm.
go of control.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the alpha woman.
So let's just take it deeper. Like, if you see the traits of a woman in yourself, how does it show up for you?
So when I'm in my business, and in my business, she so shows up. She
Mm-hmm.
leads with clarity and confidence. She knows what she wants and isn't afraid to express it.
Mm-hmm.
She sets strong boundaries in the relationship, and her self-respect teaches others how to treat her and invites quality partnership.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in my community, oh, there is a echo. She inspires growth. Her presence uplifts and challenges her community, the ladies in her community, to rise into their highest self. Um, and in the business, in the relationship, she brings fierce passion, sexually, emotionally. She offers intensity. Oh, this is dope.
Hey, blessing! Great to see you at our show. Yes, definitely. We are just diving deep into the four archetypes of female. Awesome. Yes.
The alpha woman thrive with a partner who honors their strength while creating space for their softness. The dynamic become magnetic when she allows herself to receive as much as she gives. That's me in a relationship. And the alpha doesn't come up as strong as in a business, because in a business my alpha is strong. But in a relationship, I put her to sleep
Mm-hmm.
because I like to receive. I see you,
Mm-hmm.
Irina. Great job. Oh, I love that.
Thank you, blessing.
That's the alpha in a relationship and in a business.
Yeah.
So tell
So
me,
tell a little bit about yourself, like, because yes, I used to be more on the alpha side, but now I softened up, so I do have the traits more of the sigma woman. So tell, like, how does that alpha type help you navigate your bedroom and being in the business?
okay, I need to be very honest. This alpha type is not the type that I want to lead at 100%.
Mhm.
She leads when it's needed. Okay, that need to be clear. As you said, the nurturing. I'm a woman. I
Mhm.
know the nurturing side should be out there, but not entirely, because I do have a business, and
Mhm.
in a relationship, you should have your boundaries. You should not lead, but have your boundaries, and that is a category of an alpha, and that's where she needs to work. But that's how I am.
Mhm.
Okay, I
Mhm.
have clear boundaries, and in a as a leader, that's how I project myself. I lead with clarity and confidence. I know what I want. I'm not afraid to express what I want and what I don't want. Um,
Mhm.
by being clear in a business, and it's the boundaries. I only use my boundaries in the relationship. In a business, I'm
Mhm.
clear.
Mhm. Yes, and you know what? It's interesting because, even talking about that, we want to be balanced, right? Because when our energy is overpowering, right? When we are kind of more in the masculine, because to me, alpha is more in the masculine side, right? And this is something that shows up where, we are just, putting our male energy into, focusing on business, on producing, on be at that, the leader in the board, right? So I think you mentioned it correctly, saying that it's great to have that softness, it's great to have that nurturing portion, because again, it's always great to be in balance. And not to say that just one type would define us, but like I said, I'm more leaned into the sigma type, And that's exactly what we are going to talk about. All right. So alpha is more as a leadership, more as I know it all. I'm not following anybody's lead, and I'm just there to make the rules, and you just follow these rules. And let's talk a little bit about the next type, which is beta, right?
Okay. So what I have for beta woman, because I need to be honest. I need to be honest. I usually do not talk about these archetypes, but it's good that we are doing it, and it's good that I can express myself, because some women, they label themselves, and it's not good, because you can be all of them at the same time, and maybe a mixture. Okay, so, and as we are um, um, developing, and evolution, there is an evolution in the world, things are changing. Maybe there is another archetype coming up, we don't know. So be open. Even though we are talking about these archetypes, please don't stay boxed in
Mm-hmm.
them. Okay, so beta woman, what I know when I got out of my 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 me searching for information, she supports, she nurtures, she is grounded, empathic, emotionally intelligent, in love, she is loyal and deeply attuned. In community, she's the wise woman, the steady heart. But her challenge is overgiving. I can place this archetype as the good girl, overgiving, losing herself, shrinking her power to avoid conflict. Okay, so the tip I want to give the beta: if you think that you are a beta, reclaim your voice, practice heart-led boundaries. You are not here to be small. You are here to be deeply seen. So this
Mm-hmm.
is my tip to the beta woman.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it. You know what? It's super important for us to even understand what these archetypes are and see what we are connecting most. And again, as we are evolving, and as we are growing, the same thing as we are changing our identity, same thing happens with our archetypes, right? Nothing's set in stone. So like I said before, I had more traits of the alpha female. Now I have more the sigma woman. Are you done with beta? So I can share about sigma woman.
I would like to tell more about how she is in a relationship.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
her
Mm-hmm.
strength, because I've spoken already about her weaknesses, but what is her strength in a relationship? She is deeply attuned and empathic, and that's nice, because a lot of women become that male, that masculine, that they use the masculine energy in a relationship. But you
Mm-hmm.
need to be deeply attuned and empathic. She senses the unspoken and meets her partner without emotion. So she meets the what the partner without the emotional um, intelligence. She can read it. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of men out there, they are missing that emotional intelligence. Okay, she creates safely and softness. Her presence feels like home, calming, grounding, and healing. She is devoted and loyal. She naturally offers care and stability, creating long lasting heart led connections. She holds space for vulnerability. Her love encourages emotional depth and authentic intimacy. So, in sacred union with a beta women shine with partners who recognize their emotional labor and give as generously as they receive. So there should be a balance. When there is a balance, their love becomes a container for deep healing and sensual nourishment. Okay? She loses that power as soon as she doesn't recognize her boundaries and she doesn't say her boundaries. That's all about beta that I have.
I love it. So, what do you see in yourself being as the beta woman?
In a relationship, this is what I am in a relationship, using the boundaries of the alpha for me not to stop nurturing and start not become toxic. That's a lot of what a lot of women do. They become toxic because they don't have a balance. They
Mm-hmm.
don't they need to know that you have to have a little bit of every archetype if you want a relationship. I am a relationship coach. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that's my focus. You need to know when to use all of the archetypes when you are in a relationship. In my business, I use beta woman, not so often. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because I need to be a non-judgmental coach. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
nourish when it's needed. I empathic when it's needed, but the most of the time I need to be non-judgmental.
Mm-hmm. I love it. So let's move to another. So we were talking about alpha type and we were talking about beta, right? And what is the difference? What are the significant characteristics of each? Now I want to touch on Sigma woman because this is me 99%. So Sigma woman, the central mystery. She moves on her own terms, quiet, captivated, and impossible to pin down. It's like totally me. I'm not going by the rules. I always joke around that the rules were meant to be broken. And I'm very selective as a Sigma, very intense and magnetic without even trying. So the idea is that Sigma type, they don't chase, they just attract. In passion, this type of woman is very deeply sensual, but only opens up when she feels emotionally safe and very selective when it comes to partners. She's very intuitive, creative, and often attracts everything without the effort. But obviously, like in each archetype, there is a challenge, right? So the challenge is to let people they see the parts that are hidden and trust in that intimacy. So, in a nutshell, that type of woman doesn't need anyone, but she loves to have somebody next to her that she desired them, right? I always say that, yes, I love to be independent, but at the same time, I want to have a partner next to me who can fulfill and who can complement, right? So that's the sigma woman. And obviously if we are talking about somebody in the bedroom, so that woman is very magnetic. She is mystery, like I said. Sometimes, like I say that I'm surprised by my own energy because I can make man confused. And like I'm like, okay, I don't even know where my energy is taken. And so it's fun to watch. And when we talk about the bedroom, so she's deeply sensual, intuitive, and very, very selective. As I mentioned, she does not rush, and when she opens, it's very intimate, very magnetic, and so deep. And when we talk about the business, she's very independent. She's very unconventional and quietly powerful. She works best by herself or as creative force that thrives outside of the box. And again, it's all about just tap into the powers and connect with the challenges that we all want to overcome. And now let's talk about Delta, the last type. The Delta woman is somebody who is kind of rising from some bad experience. She is healing. She is a rising phoenix. She's been through the fire, and that type is still learning how to burn with passion without getting burnt. The Delta woman is very transforming, she's healing, and she is in the stage of rediscovering her worth. In passion, she shows up as cautious, very protective, and may keep her body guarded. But when she opens, it's very deep, it's vulnerable, and incredibly real. What is something that she is working on? She wants to release the shame and reclaim her right to feel pleasure again. So she is not actually broken. She is becoming. And when she is ready, her fire is going to be unforgettable. And if we talk about the bedroom, she takes charge. I mean, she's not, she's actually cautious, tender, and healing. She desires deep emotional safety and connections before opening up. This is like something very similar to Sigma type. And her challenge is to release past wounds and allowing her body to feel safe in pleasure again. And when we talk about the business, she's quite strong and she's very empathetic and she's very wise. And she's often rebuilding her confidence, but she brings a lot of deep insight and emotional depth to any space she's in. And again, each type is something unique, something beautiful, and it's not about just saying that we are not developing, because we can always adapt different characteristics from different types. But again, it's great to know something. And blessing said, I think I bask in between alpha and beta. Yeah, of course it's healthy. Of course, there is no such a thing as right or wrong blessing. It's about just, like recognizing yourself, feeling what is something that, your traits are responding, and then see if you are ready to open up yourself for the exploration and see where that exploration takes you, right? Because I believe we are all here for fun, for experience, and we can even the way I look at it, we could try on different characteristics from different archetype, like we are trying on a new dress. Yeah, and see, like step in front of the mirror. Okay, if I take something from, let's say, beta archetype, what would it be? What is something that looks pretty on me, right? Let me try it. Let me run with that and see how it's going to make me feel, right? Again, it's there is no such a thing as one is better than the other. They all have their own uniqueness. They all have their own flavor to that. And like we mentioned, we sometimes can have many of these archetypes all at once, but it's more about, okay, how do I identify myself right now, and what is something that I want to try and to see if that is something that resonates with me. Because again, nothing is set in stone. The more we explore, the more we live with that fun, playful energy, the more we start seeing the sides of ourselves that we never noticed before. Dina, what would you like to add to that?
I love that blessing Jua. I don't
Yeah.
know how he has a difficult name.
Mm-hmm.
Blessing Jua Adebayo. She
Mm-hmm.
listened to us and she noticed already that she has more than one archetype at once.
Mhm. Mhm.
Irina said, that's normal.
Mhm.
We are
Yeah.
fluid. We
Mhm.
are not fixed. You might
Mhm.
be an alpha in business and a beta in love. Like I said, you might be a sigma rising after a heartbreak, and you might be a delta rediscovering your fire. Here is
Mhm.
what matters: that you
Mhm.
know your own energy, that you know that you own it without shame, and that you
Mhm.
learn how to honor what each version of you needs. This is sacred feminine embodiment. This is erotic self-awareness. And it is an invitation to stop
Mhm.
comparing, stop conforming, and start claiming the woman you are.
Mhm. I love what you mentioned. And on that note, remember, as long as we are breathing, it's all about discovering, it's all about trying and see what we are all about, because that self exploration continuously going. And that's why I have this week my workshop, Meet and Greet Your True Self, where you tap more into what is something that I want to discover about myself, because we all have these layers, right? again, that mystique. This is something that connects with me. We all have these layers of our personality, of our depth. And the more we start asking the right questions, the more we tap into these layers and see what is something that really makes your heart on fire at this moment, right? Because again, we are changing, we are evolving. Something that excited us a year ago is not exciting us anymore. That's why it's great to revisit and see where we are standing when we talk about what is something that is true about me, and let me connect to my power. So this is the workshop that I'm having this week. Join, click on it. Even if you're going to watch in the replay, it's a recurrent workshop. So would be happy to see you. And Dina, what is going on in your world? Are you having something this week?
Yes, I have a lot going on this week. Oh, there's something.
No, that's me. Mhm.
Okay, no. And this week I have on Thursdays I have a special event on supplement. I do believe that we need to supplement ourselves because our food are not do not have what we need, and our body is not um, after a certain age it's not producing those minerals anymore, and the majority of the pharmaceutical companies, what they provide in those pots are not what you need, are chemicals. So that's the if someone is listening and wants to connect with me, please do message me in the messenger or in WhatsApp. um, yeah, that is what I have this Thursday coming up.
Mhm. And great. And Blessing has the question for us.
Sorry.
She wants to know, as being an alpha, how does she manage the friction with her beta man?
Oh, perfect. I love that. So, being an alpha woman, you're and you are inclined more into the in that archetype. You need to be aware that you have a beta man, and you need to open up with what beta woman is is works with. She supports your man needs support from you. Your man needs nurtures. You need to learn how to nurture that partner of you. Beta woman grounds herself into empathic, um, being empathic. Okay, and she is very emotional intelligent.
Yeah, but
Okay.
she's talking about beta man.
Yes,
She is
I
an
know.
alpha woman.
Yes, but then she needs to tap in that beta woman for her to connect with her beta men.
Mhm.
Okay, that's what as an alpha, you are more inclined, but you need to educate yourself. If you cannot do that, maybe you need to connect with me and we'll do it together. Okay, you need to connect with that part of the beta woman for you to understand your men. Okay, your men need support. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I think there is the best way to do it through blessing communication. Like talk to your man, right? Just discover what is something that like something that he would love to see more from you, the same way as you can also tell him what is something you would love to see more from him. Because again, communication, it's a beautiful space where each one of you can connect with each other, each one of you can be vulnerable and express each other. And the more you find that way of communicating, you know exactly what is something you want to up level in your personality as well as your partner, in order to have that beautiful synergy together.
You know what? Blessing you what? In this next week, I'm going to put a separate section for you to, if you are such an archetype, how you can I'll give you some tips
How
to
can you
find out
interact
the
with,
other
yes.
That
Mhm.
that this
This
is a
is a
very
great question.
yes,
Yes, I
yes,
love it. I love it. And
yes,
again, next week we are also focusing on male archetype, and then we talk a little bit about how do we
yes,
interact with different, archetypes. When I believe that's the beauty of it, because if two people carry the same archetype, it also can, like become more kind of, routine or not magical. That's the expression I have because I'm a mystique sigma. But I think that differences really making us who we are. It gives us our inspiration and it shows our uniqueness in this beautiful world. So yes, definitely it's great to see you with us, Blessing. Come back on another episode and continue interacting with us, because the more we learn about ourselves, the better we become, and it's easy for us to navigate this beautiful life that we all have here, our beautiful life journey. Well, thank you so much, Dina. Thank you so much for always keeping me a great company with bringing your energy and all the beautiful things into these conversations. And for everybody, thanks for watching. And again, think about and ask yourself, what type am I? And if I'm more than one type, just identify how do you show up in the world using the different archetypes, and what can you do differently to shine your light better. Thank you so much. And Dina, do you want to say something before we wrap up?
yes. I want to say this. I invite you. If is this conversation sparked something in you, and you're ready to go deeper into your archetype or your sensual power, your leadership, your pleasure, connect with me. Okay. So that this is what I wanted to say.
All right. Awesome sauce. So everybody have a beautiful, beautiful week ahead. And again, learn about yourself more, because the more you learn about yourself, the better it is to understand what you're all about and what is something that makes your heart singing. Okay. All right. Have a great, great day. And we'll see you for the next episode. Bye.